All right, in this training, we're going to talk about implications in cause and manner rulings. No matter how well you do your job, no matter how thorough you are, there's going to be those times that you're going to have implications in your cause and ruling. Not everybody is going to be happy with what you rule a death as. So a logical place to start then would be to define cause of death. Now, I know that most of you know what cause and manner of death is, but let's be sure that we cover this so we know what we're talking about when we say the cause of death. So let's define cause. So cause of death is the underlying cause that refers to the disease or injury that initiated the train of morbid events leading directly to the death or the circumstance of the accident or violence that produced the injury. Now, all of that to say this: it's the underlying cause that started the train of events. Blunt force trauma. So if someone hits you in the head with a ball bat, okay, that's going to be blunt force trauma. That trauma started the train of events leading to your death. See? So the cause would be blunt force trauma. The cause might be injury sustained from a gunshot injury. So if someone shot you in the chest, then the cause of death would end up being death from an injury of a gunshot. Now, mechanism of death, manner of death, that's going to be different. A cause of death might be a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. Again, the heart attack is what started the train of events that led to your death. So that is cause of death. Now, we also have to understand manner of death. There are 5 classifications of manner of death. So every death is going to fall into one of these. You have natural, accident, suicide, homicide, and undetermined. And don't be afraid to use undetermined, because if you cannot come up with a manner, if you do not know whether it's an accident or a suicide, then rule it undetermined unless your summary report can justify it. Again, that's a real reason why you're going to have problems with your ruling, is because you've ruled it without enough facts to back up what you have ruled. And sometimes, even if you think you do have enough facts, you're going to maybe get some problems there. The difference between cause and manner. The manner of death is determined by the medical examiner or coroner. So natural is defined as a death solely by disease or natural process. To be a natural death, it has to be a cause of disease or the natural dying process. If natural death is hastened by injury such as a fall or maybe drowning in the bathtub, then that manner of death is not considered natural. So if grandma had stage 4 cancer, but someone held a pillow over her head, the cancer didn't kill her, the asphyxia did. All right? So cause is the underlying reason the person died, and manner is a legal determination assigned to that cause. So the cause could be asphyxiation, the manner could be homicide, depending on your investigation, of course. That's the difference between cause and manner. And understand that it is likely you can get tripped up when families don't agree with your decisions. Then we come to the third area, which is mechanism of death. You have cause, you have manner. Now let's talk about mechanism. So the mechanism of death is the physiological derangement that results in the death. An example of a mechanism of death due to a gunshot wound could be exsanguination or extreme blood loss. So you get shot in the chest and it nicks your aorta, and so then you have extreme blood loss. So the cause of death is gunshot wound. The mechanism of death is extreme blood loss or exsanguination. The manner of death is, accident, suicide, homicide. What is your manner? That's based upon investigation. So let's look at an example. Being ran over by a truck may cause blunt force trauma to the torso. The mechanism of death could be crushing of the heart muscle and lungs. The manner of death could be any of the 5 except natural. Only your investigation can determine, because that cannot be natural. You had blunt force trauma to the chest by being ran over by a truck. So obviously it's not going to be natural. So there you have cause, manner, and of course, now mechanism.